as a team leader, what do you kind of say to Andrew Bynum to make sure his spirits are still up? You know, he's a young fellow battling through this. What advice do you give him and what have you?
I don't know. I mean, as far as what I'll share here, you know, like I said, just we don't have any interest in Andrew doing anything that jeopardizes his future.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, there's no pressure from us for him to, you know, do anything that would further damage his knee and limit his ability to have the great career he's going to have, you know, for another 10 or 12 years. So, you know, I guess that would be my biggest message that I'll say here. And then, you know, I might have some personal things that I'll, you know, talk to Andrew about, but that will be what is framed around. And, you know, from there, it's just a matter of him making a decision, you know, where he is and, you know, what information he's getting and if, you know, if it's the right thing to do. And if it is, you know, once you suit up, that's pretty much it. You know, you go out there and do the best you can, and, you know, we're confident Andrew will do that.
Derek, can you talk about Artest? He says it's all about winning, but he clearly hasn't had the breakout game that a lot of people expect. Any reason why, or are you expecting it?
No, I mean, I just think Ron's role is, you know, what the role he's played, you know, for teams that he's been on. You know, this is vastly different, you know, from what he's accustomed to being able to do and what he's asked to do for his team. You know, this is different, and I just think that, you know, he's continued to have the right attitude about, you know, just finding ways to fit in, and you know, we're trying to continue to make sure that we, you know, push him and encourage him to still just be himself, and, you know, take Ron Artest type opportunities when they're out there, and at the same time, you know, recognize that we have a system of doing things and a way of doing things that are supposed to provide those opportunities. So, you know, some of it is just, you know, we haven't done some things as a team that make it easier for everybody to just kind of, you know, play their game and not really necessarily have a bust-out game, but just, you know, where you have 5 or 6 guys, you know, in double figures, and the flow is just in the game. And, you know, we've struggled in those games where, you know, Kobe's had to carry the load, and, you know, we've had 1 or 2 other guys maybe playing well, but, you know, we're most successful when everybody's chipping in, and, you know, it's definitely what we'll need tomorrow. And I think Ron will chip in, you know, the ways that the game allow, whether it's defensively making it tough for Paul, or, you know, if it's scoring some points, or whatever it takes to win. And you know, I think Ron's made a lot of sacrifices this year, and, you know, he deserves to be on a championship team, and that's one of the reasons why we want to finish this thing off.
As you've gotten to know him, is he misunderstood by the public?
I mean, yeah, but not. I don't think it's. I'm not saying yes in the way of like people are supposed to feel sorry for Ron or sorry for any of us because you may be misunderstood. I think we're all largely misunderstood by people that don't know us. I mean, that's a kind of just common thing. You know, people that don't know you and they've only heard about you, they've only seen a glimpse of you in, you know, 1 or 2 settings, or, you know, we're mostly misunderstood by people that don't really have a feel for who we are. And so, yeah, I would say Ron is misunderstood, you know, because you don't know Ron until you know him. And, you know, we found Ron to be a great teammate, and, like I said, a guy that has made as much or more of a sacrifice than anybody on our team, you know, this season, in terms of just trying to fit into the big picture of things. And, you know, he's helped put us in a position where we're 2 wins away from winning the title. And, you know, I think if we can win this thing, that will answer the question of whether Ron Artest is misunderstood, because a lot of people, I think for years it felt like, you know, any team Ron is on doesn't have a chance to win because he's going to mess it up. And if anything, he's done a great job of helping put us in this position.